Hello everyone and welcome back. I hope you're all having an awesome day or evening. We're looking at new anomalies at a site in Pi. This is in the region of Mars called Noachis Terra. This JP2 photograph I analyzed here is huge, folks, and it's taken me almost 2 weeks to get to this point where I can show you some of the anomalies. This is part one of many. I estimate about 3 parts to this one. We're looking at a photograph called Hellespontus-Noachis region Intracrater deposit, acquired on the 17th of December 2007 at a resolution of 25.2 centimeters per pixel. You can check here, the photograph I analyzed is 1.2 gigabytes in size. It's a huge one, folks. Download it, get high view off the site and check it out. There are so many mind-blowing anomalies in this one. You can download a high view off the uahighrise.org website as well. So there's a look at the low-res black and white, and as usual they've got a strange dune field present in this region of Mars called Noachis Terra. Look at the smaller dots. These are some of the anomalies we'll be checking out. So the sites here in the circular depression called Pi. I've recently analyzed sites in this region of Noachis Terra. This site is located at roughly 41 degrees 16 minutes south, 37 degrees 36 minutes east. Now let's start off with the first anomaly, folks. This one's about 18 meters long, and what makes this look rather artificial is these right angles in these pieces on the top. It looks almost like a bracing part. Check out the odd piece over here to the right as well. Looks like it's hollow inside. It's got a 45-degree angle to this right angled piece. And then the usual suspect, the small object on the top. With the opening here as well. And a neat line to it. So like multiple layers to this item as well. Yeah, I suppose if you live on Mars, you'll use the natural material that is abundant, and it will be these huge boulders. Why not use them as sculptures or habitats? Who knows, folks. And then we're looking at the item over here to the bottom right. And this to me also looked rather artificial. It almost looks like a tooth or two jutting out of this object. Looks like a sculpted piece. Very, very unusual as well. Look at these items close by. Very intriguing. Right, then we're looking at this piece. It's about 8 meters long, and it's got layers to it too. Check this. Got openings over here, almost like windows. Bracing part, keeping this upper level elevated above this part. And then the odd item over here on the top. Got a nice rounded arc to it as well. That line is followed over here too. What are we looking at here, guys? Is that some type of object, like a vehicle, or is it like an outpost? Maybe like a pillbox. Till we get there, we can't say for sure. We need to go and check these things out. Boots on the ground. That item is about 8 meters long. Get the neat hole in it. And there's other objects similar to this that I'll also be showing you. Very unusual. It looks like wreckage. Right, then we're going to look at that item. And also it appears to have a hole on the one side. It consists of 2 layers or a step. Check that out. We're looking at this piece about 12 meters long. So a long, narrow part. This looks almost like metal, but like a sheet metal look to it. And the 2 parts on top. There's lots of items around here that make this look like some type of wreckage. Side views will help a lot. Right, and we're looking at the item here, about 8 meters long. It's also got multiple layers to it. This line over here is followed over here as well. Neat hole in it. With the bend in the material here on the right hand side. This is elevated off the surface. Again, don't know what to make of that item. Right, let's zoom in on this piece. About 10 by 7 meters in size. The neat angles to it. Straight edges. And then a neat rectangular hole right here on the one side, folks. Very unusual as well. And there they are for your viewing pleasure, for comparison. I don't know what you think. Could we classify these as natural boulders or rocks? Or are we looking at something else here, folks? Something potentially of artificial origin. Right, let's have a look at the rectangular item here to the left. It's about 6 meters long. And it's jutting out of the surface. Check this out. And there's a similar one, not far from it. We just checked out the one there, and there's one down here to the bottom right. So it's within walking distance. Let's have a look at this one. About the same size. Check that out. And then this part over here too. Seems to be hollow here. Small little disc lying here to the right hand side. And there they are. Check this out. Are they part of one object that broke up? Or a structure that broke up? These look like panels or slabs. Some erosion on this one. Right, let's have a look at the item over here to the right. And this is about 7 meters long. Again, layers. Looks like thin material as well. Looks like it's slightly bent. As you can see, it isn't really thick in nature with the thin part over here. So this looks almost like sheet metal again. That's what I think it is, folks. And we're looking at these items, and this long one is about 12 to 15 meters in length. There are 2 layers to this part. And then diagonally underneath it, we've got that. Holes, potentially, yeah. And then this piece, very similar to the one we just checked out. Small, slightly rounded shape, like a tear in it, bent down part. And then these, also multiple layers. Check. This one at the bottom seems to be thicker and slightly rounded. Check that out. And then these parts again look like thin sheet metal. Nice neat hole in it. And then that part over here seems to ramp up slightly. Who knows what the heck's going on here. And there they are for comparison. Check that part and this part. Very similar in my opinion. The material looks very similar. Then the layers, that too looks very unusual. Right, let's have a look at the item to the right. And this white block is about 3 by 3 meters in size. Again, it looks like it's slightly above this one at the bottom. And then there's openings. Almost like a top of a roof. It's very weird. Rather odd piece here. Round part on top. Alright, let's have a look at the little block on that item. It's about 2 meters long. And again, I don't know what to make of these folds and bends. Opening here. Bent piece. Like a tear in it. So this part and this one, so very similar in size and shape. That bright piece, this is very unusual. Right, bottom left, we've got an item embedded in an opening in this part. Check this out. So very symmetrical. Looks like a shark's mouth. A nose, mouth, something in its mouth. Very odd. Right, now we're looking at one of 2 items that are very similar as well. Part of here is about 8 meters long. Look at the bends in it and the openings. And then the other one is over here, similar size and shape. So odd angles going on there. Nice right angle. This piece over here too. Looks like it's been ripped. And there the 2 are. Natural boulders or rocks. Let me know in the comments what you think of the anomaly so far. Right, let's have a look at megalithic blocks. Yeah, we're looking at one. It's about, I'd say 3 by 3 meters in size. You can see the nice right angles to it. Very smooth, flat surfaces. This is a good example. of megalithic blocks that I've discovered on Mars so far. Prime example. Right, there's another one. This one's about 7 meters long. Check this out. Nice. Slightly covered in sand. Also, this is unusual. With the hollowed out parts in some of these surrounding items. I wonder if this was underwater. These are like huge corals or shells, these hollowed out things. Right, let's have a look at this block. Another smaller one there. Here's a couple of smaller ones. Check this. One standing up slightly. Very odd. And then a huge block over here about 7 meters long. The angle stood. And there they are. Check this out. This looks very similar to the blocks that we find at ruins here on Earth. Cairo, South America, to name a few. Right, let's have a look at the huge rectangular parts coming up. About 10 by 10. Check this out. Nice right angle. Small protrusion or part in the center, like those blocks at megalithic ruins in South America with those protrusions on them. There's another one. Check that. There's another one, folks. And the small part on top. And there they are. Uncanny resemblance. Right, and then the two over here next to one another. These are long, guys. It's 20 meters there. That's about 15 meters long, each of these. You can imagine, these things are huge. We've got more blocks or slabs next to one another. Or could this be metal? That slot, the rounded part inside there. Like how they slightly angled as well. Almost like a vent. Alright, then we're looking at these. Also huge, 12 meters long, this one. Stacked neatly on top of one another. The uniformity in the thickness. Alright, let's have a look at that one. This is about 10 to 12 meters long. It's got these two rectangular parts on top. Slightly angled as they come out of the larger piece. Parallel with one another. And with this edge over here. And then this one. This looks like a sculpted piece. about 12 meters across. Check. Very neat. Very smooth as well. It's been machined. Alright, let's have a look at the object over there. That's 2010. So this is about 5 meters long, this piece. Also looks highly sculpted or molded. And there's another part that looks very similar to it on top of that piece there. Also got layers to it. There they are. Check out that shape. Call me crazy folks, but this looks very similar to that. Okay, let's have a look at this. Another rectangular part on this piece, neatly in its center. The cutout here. Right, check this out. This looks like it folds over on the right hand side. Very smooth over here. It's got like neat layers to it, like sheet metal. There's part here as well, covering this item. It's like these things have been ripped apart. Like a soda can, it's been ripped into little pieces. Check out this item. It's about 10 by 10. Again, this part looks like it's folded and it covers the side of that object. Right, here we're looking at a very unusual part, 12 meters long, and it looks like these pieces have been ripped or torn out of this larger part. Holes in it, like paneling or something. Right, yeah. This piece also got like a little roof on it, rounded, open here, and then this spirals into a hole over here. Check that out. Okay, another part that's got hollowed out areas in it. Check this out. And then that there looks like it's been carved out as well, going into that hole. Like liquid flowed in there. Who knows what the heck's going on there. Right, over here to the top right. This item is about, let's say, 13 to 14 meters long. Then neat hole in it. Also layers to it. The usual suspect, the object with a smaller protrusion or object in its center. One's got like a dome shape. That out. Two smaller dome parts there. So it's got like a neat base to it. Okay, check this. About 6 to 8 meters long. Got two sides to it, like a little container with something rather odd on the inside there. And then this we've seen before as well. These rounded objects that seem to be in containers with this strange shape on the inside. The outline of the containing part. Right, this is strange. I keep saying strange. That there's about 8 meters long and it looks like a fossil. And coincidentally next to it, a circular slab or object with a small part close to its center. But this, I don't know, very odd. Right, and then that, we're going to look at a triangular part jutting out of that. Check. Looks like a pile of rubble stuck in some mud. Check there. Okay, let's head over to Noachis Terra, to Pi, which is right there, folks. And there's a brief look at all the anomalies featured. I'll give you an overview of the diversity of all these anomalies, the shapes, the sizes, similarities. And we'll have a look at one or two other sites close by to see what's there as well. Give you some context of the types of anomalies that are found in this region of Mars. Alright, let's go to the site over here. This is about, let's see, 240 kilometers to the north. So some really odd pieces. There's another one of these rounded parts with look like windows in it. To see if I can find that one again. Check. So bracing part there in the center. Check there. Right. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one soon with part 2. Bye for now.